Hello everybody and welcome. Hi, I'm Amy. I also go by Phantom, and apparently lately I've been going by Fanty, which works by me. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening. We are going to be working on some lovely and delightful bellows. Now I keep thinking to myself, I'm like, my game plan was to contact cement these to the actual, platform. And that didn't happen yet, but I want to work on them. But I don't want to hot glue them because I'm afraid they're not going to stick. So we may potentially jump from working on the shoes to working on part of the chest piece. So I'm going to move my reference picture up. I want to try to line stuff up, so I'm going to put these guys down here. It's a little cleaner. I did a lot of cleaning today. Honestly, I've been doing dishes for the last, 2 hours. On and off again. It's been really nice. Very therapeutic. There it is. I was like, where's the other piece? But yeah, we're just going to be working on bellows today. I'm going to try to keep it pretty chill. What angle did I like better? I think I liked that angle better. Goodbye, goodbye. Sparky has been playing some really funny and odd, one moment before I fuck this up. They're opposites. That's what my problem was. I was like, these are pretty close. Why was I so angry about this? Because they're opposite. Okay. Let's see how I can fix this. Because I want these to line up properly. I like that angle a lot better than I like this one. So we're going to match up this side like this. And we're going to straighten her out. But yeah, this part is going to become the chest piece for bellows. And it's going to be wonderful. Bellows is not going to the convention with me this weekend, sadly. But I've been really bad, and I have not wanted to sit down and work on him. And I'm just like, I need to work on him. But it's just my mood has been do other stuff. And that's what pushed me off yesterday from working on him, because I was like, oh yeah, let's just work on bellows. And then it turned into a no. But tomorrow honestly would have been an awesome trial run for bellows. Hello, how you doing? We're working on bellows today because I need to work on him. And I just keep pushing him off. I'm trying to line up, not seams, but edges. Because I am a psychopath, and I don't always draw my lines. And sometimes I just cut away. Okay, let's put that way. Wrong, but that's okay. Yeah, it's just gonna be a chillin' evening. We're gonna chill like villains. Not really, but kind of. Solely for the fact that Belos is a villain. But yeah, I ended up having some extra hours at work today, so I was like, alright, do I want to do trials, or do I want to work on Belos and actually work on him? And I was like, I need to work on Belos because I haven't really been working on him that much, which I'm supposed to, which is really frustrating. Okay, I like that angle a lot. That looks a lot better. Okay. But this is going to be like this. And then I'm also going to have a piece behind me. This is actually going to be up shoulder level, but just a little bit below my neck. But yeah, did you figure out what was going on with that bunker, with Amnesia? Or were you playing a different Amnesia game? Because potentially, I'm going to be at a con now tomorrow. I didn't know I was going to be at a con until I was told at, like, when I got off of work today. I was like, okay, I'll go to a convention. I wasn't expecting it, but I'll go to a convention. Have some fun. Maybe go meet Laverne Burton. I will cry if I do get to meet him. My goodness. But okay, I have these two pieces. How do I want to do this? I want to keep them as the thinner for the chest piece, so that if it does get hit, it's a little bit more flexible. I need to figure out how wide of a side piece I need. There you are. I have one piece here. It's going to be out a little bit. I look up and saw my candle and I was like, yep, I didn't stop my candle, but that's okay because it's sitting over on the stove. Okay, so if I have this about here, how can I mark that? Could probably make them just an arm length and go shorter from there. I'm just a little shy with this piece. So let's go this direction. I only need it to be so tall. Oh, sweet, I could probably do that. Okay. This is all very much so like kind of me just messing around with figuring out what works best. I still don't have a ruler. I can't find mine. So I'm trying to think of where I have something I can use as a straight edge. Do I have the one down here? I know I have my big one tucked away, but I don't want to go fight to find that. No. Do I have a book? Do I have anything flat, straight, whatever? We'll just use this for today. We're solely doing crafty things. Like, the points don't matter. I'm just kind of messing around as I figure out what I want to do. That was not a straight line at all. Here, I'm gonna stand up and do this cut. Okay. I'm like, it doesn't have to be a completely straight cut, but it helps. Did I even go through all the foam? That's the next question. Yes, yes I did. Perfect. I'm using objects as permanents. Honestly, that would probably be a decent width. That means I want it to go this way. So let's test that. Okay. is what happens when like most of your cosplay tools are kind of just like scattered about to the world. You're like, I have no clue what I'm doing, but I'm gonna try. It's one of those where it's like, I am gonna see what I can get done. And just kind of finagle my way through life. Because it works. Okay. Perfect, okay. And then I can just put this next to it and trim it out as close as possible. Okay, lose dead weight. But yeah, we're just going to be doing some crafting today. I'll probably be moving around a lot more because I'm working with slightly larger pieces. But it works. Okay. Tuck that back under. So now I'm thinking I bend this. Before I actively use it, I will be heat gunning it, but I just want it to get it to stop curving because it comes in a roll. Hello, hello, Forrest. How are you doing today? I'm working on belos today. I technically got a tie, but because surprisingly Ryan and I are going to AwesomeCon tomorrow, I wanted to have a little bit more control on what we were doing today, and I knew that if I started trials, I have no clue how long that's going to take. And I'd rather have something that I can say, okay, I'm working on cosplay stuff for a while, and then I'll jump back after a bit, or I'll jump offline after I've been going for so long. I did have my lights come in for belos, so I'm super excited for that. Okay, he's gonna be about out to there. And then this. Excuse you, what are you doing? Toby's playing with a piece of foam that's longer than he is. Toby, that's not a toy. Excuse you. Sir, what are you doing? Toby, that's not a toy. You're such a menace. But I did do a somewhat test of Rain for tomorrow. It's going to be my test run, and he looks pretty decent. I kind of have to thin out the wig that I have for him right now. I really want to get a... Excuse you! You're such a menace. But I really want to get one of the 5-wits. Me, I'm like, I want to glue, but also I don't want to glue just yet. I want to make sure that it looks right. And I haven't made it too long, because I only want to have to glue it once. I don't want to have to cut a piece and make an extra seam. I think that should be good though. My goal is to see if I can fit a fan in here and have a little bit of space, and then I'm probably going to make this 2 pieces and have elastic on it so that I can kind of get in and out of it a little easier. But we'll see. It might just stay as a solid piece just so that it holds its shape a little bit better. But yeah. Alright, I may jump around between projects because I also want to make myself a ribbon for rain tomorrow. So I am going to... I'm trying to think if I have my craft foam down here, if it's upstairs. It's upstairs. So give me a quick BRB and I will be back shortly. I'll just be grabbing some craft foam real quick and then we'll be making the Ray's little pendant. All that. Yep. Alright, well. Hello, I'm back. But yeah, now we're going to do a quick pause on belos just to start working on this a little bit. I think I'm going to make all of it just craft foam. I finally got my laptop to connect. I had it going for like a little bit. I was gonna say I had my laptop connected to the Wi-Fi. It just doesn't want to play nice. But yeah, so I'm gonna be working on a few different projects today. Right now I'm working on Rain's time skip badge. Maybe. Where's all my reference pictures? But, yes, I love them. They're wonderful. Images. There you are. That's the picture I want. But yeah, the only reason I'm doing all of it out of craft foam is because I don't think that I have red fabric on hand right now for me to be able to... I don't have the fabric on hand for me to be able to make that right now, and I may also make his little buttons that he has and just put them onto safety pins. So if I wanted to do that, I could just make those in hexagon shapes. I do have yellow, don't I? No, that's okay. I've used a lot of my yellow, especially for Hunter's Mask. But this is when I'm going to break out some of my measurements. Alright, so now, theirs is like from about here on the chest to like right above the pant line. It's like 6 inches long. I can make that work. I'm doing this in scale to me, so I'm probably going to have it be a little bit bigger than it needs to be, but that's okay. And for me, I want to make the base so that it's... Sorry, I have cat hair all over this. But I want to make it so that I have a red piece that is the base to it. So it's all going to go up to the base. So it may be a little shorter than 6 inches. But if I start with 6 inches, then I at least have something to work with. And then if it's going to be 6 inches, I might make it... I'm going to make it 3 inches across, because then I can also use that math to hopefully be able to make the Titan skull a little bit easier. I was thinking 2.5, but I think that's just going to get frustrating. So we're going to do 6 by 3. This is how I also helped Ryan make his stuff, because I sit and I'll do mathy things. I don't know where my X-Acto knife is, so we're just using the box cutter. And does my line have to be straight? No. Will I be upset at myself if it's not straight? Maybe. Not bad. Okay. And then there's, so it's 3 inches, so I need a 1.5. I should have put a mark at the bottom. So that's just a slight bit over 3. That's a bit more. Let's put a mark and recut that. I know, measure twice, cut once. But I am a menace to myself and to society, so I don't always follow the rules. Okay. I just needed to get that corner started. Okay, better. I'm going to move this to the side for now. Okay, so 1.5 is right down here. And then if I have that 6 inches up, that looks like it goes up about, so if I do it 2 inches, 2 inches, and the skull is 2 inches. That just seems like a lot. Maybe I'll just do this one as 1.5 inches. Do the other part as, well, if I take 2 inches off, 1 second, let's think. So if this part is off, because that's going to be under the skull. Yeah, 2 inches is probably still more than enough. Okay, so I'm going to do 1.5 inches up as well. Just going to make a little mark. And then does it have to be perfect? No. Because when I actually make this for my next convention, which is TechnoCon, I'm going to have actual ribbon, and I'm going to have like actual like either foam clay or maybe potentially do something with 3D printing, or who knows yet. Because I do have one of the little handheld 3D printers, the little like portable dudes. It's really cute and I love it. But I'm like, this will work for tomorrow because it's very quick, very easy to make. So much cat hair everywhere. That's what I get for having children. Yeah, I'm looking at you too. Okay. So I have this started. I think because it's going to be easier for me to cover, I'm probably going to do pink so I can paint it white a little easier as compared to having red. And with this, I'm going to do 2 inches by 2 inches, just so I can have a nice little box to work with. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or want to know what other cosplay stuff I'm working on, feel free to send them in the chat. I am just kind of doing this as a random stream for today, and just kind of chatting out my process. But yeah, I am super excited for this cosplay, and I'm super excited for my Belos cosplay. I'm just kind of branching between the two so that, well, just because my brain does that. Please? Thank you. Alright. It was by 3 inches. I could make it taper up. No, I'm just going to cut out a box of 3. That was my bad. Alright. So line that back up. Mark 3. Line that up. Mark 3. Take 2. I will use that scrap for something. That doesn't... Ooh, that is a good point. I was going to say, it has eyeballs, so I could always do this in 2 layers. However, that's kind of why I did red as the bottom, so that I could just cut the eyeball holes out. It was not my straightest cut, but it works. But then again, I'm not the straightest person out there, so it works. Okay, perfect. It's a little bit longer here, but that's okay. Alright. So that will give me a good start, and I can even probably move this down a smidge and cut down on the back ribbon part. This is very wide, but I'm probably just going to leave it very wide. Alright, I like that. Alright. So now there's the 2 horns, there's the little mouth. So the little mouth is going to be in the middle. And it's 3 inches across. So it's going to be probably about ½ an inch, or actually no, let's make it an inch. That's what I was planning. Yeah. Make that an inch, and then make make sure that there is an inch between the horns up at the top. Perfect. Because the horns are going to go up into a point. So the sides are going to be here. And the horns, so it's just a little bit bigger than halfway for that top part. So with it being 2 inches, I may make this bottom part, the bottom part of the face, only about ½ an inch is what I'm thinking. Yeah, that should work. And then I can use a full inch for the actual head part and do a ½ an inch down for where the horns go. And that'll give me my 2 inches. So those go straight up, so that works perfectly there. And it goes straight across. Alright, yep, you can see that perfect. And then again down at the bottom, it goes straight down and straight down. So now I just have to work on the other parts of the head that get kind of wonkier. So this one kind of has a curve to the cheek. So I'm kind of thinking that if I do this, do a slight curve. Come on. And again, just a nice slight curve. Doesn't look too bad. And again, this is very like last minute thrown together, but it'll be fun. It'll be good. I'm excited. And just go up. I think that works. And give him little eyeballs slightly inside. Ta-da! Okay, I like that. Now for this, I keep seeing little pop-ups popping up. For this, I do want to cut out the red beneath it. In these parts. Because that way then, it will match the shape that I'm going for. I'm going to use this to just tighten up that point a little bit more. There we go. I'm being very careful. But yeah, Ryan, one of our friends reached out to us and was like, hey, you live in so-and-so area near Awesome Con. And we're like, yeah, we live a little bit south of there, but yes, we live in the area. And he's like, hey, I've got some tickets that I can, I've got some extra tickets and could use some help, or at least could use some company running around the con. And we're like, yes, please. So we're gonna go run around to Awesome Con. I'm excited. I haven't been there. I heard it's a very large venue. Good. I did that right. Perfect. But I think it's going to be pretty cool. I'm very excited. Ryan and I have not been to any of the DC conventions yet. I keep wanting to go, but I don't want to go alone, is my problem. I'm fine with going to them in our area because I know the area a bit better, but I'm like, we're going up to DC and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's just, it's going to be a bit odd. Okay, so I got this started. Let's get these little eyeballs cut out. Honestly, we're just going to use the teeny tiny scissors and hope that these are small enough. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. But yeah, I do have a few new convention friends from the con I volunteered at who should be at Awesome Con as well, so we may see them too. And going to conventions and seeing people you know makes it a lot easier. Sometimes it's so nerve-wracking going to a convention alone. But it's one of those parts where it's like, it can be a bit terrifying. Alright. There we go. Looks kind of cute. I'm gonna taper it down just a little bit on these sides. I'm thinking probably of going from about here and I just need to cut it down from the top. Okay. And then I'm just going to match it up on this side. To give me a line to work with. Again, this is not very like official crafting. This is just kind of me making some fun stuff for tomorrow. This, however, I can't do it as nicely with my box cutter because I have the small piece and I don't want to cut my hand. So we'll use the scissors. Hi, sweetie pie, what's up? I have a little Boo Bear who looks like he wants attention from his mother. He came running down the stairs and then spotted me sitting over here and was like, "Alright, Mama." There we go. That's good. That's good. And then I just have to paint that white, and I can do that off stream. Give it a little Mod Podge, paint it white, and then do a slightly darker red on this bottom part, and then put a safety clip on, which I can probably use a little strip of this, or actual ribbon. Let's save the pieces, but yeah. So one little craft for tonight done, or as done as it's going to get on stream. Because then I just have my pieces for the chest piece. What other pieces do I need to work on? Because I need to do the hip piece, which I'm going to do off stream. The legs are just going to be cloth, and I don't have the parts for the arm just this moment. So I think we're going to continue to work on the chest piece, because I need to just do one more part for the mask before I can just glue all of that together. And then I'm going to be contact cementing my horns, and I can't really take us outside that easily. What you guys doing in there? And it's wet outside, so I don't want to take my stuff outside. I'm just giving my edges a little bit of scoring, and I'm just going to score them all the way down because I know I'm going to be gluing stuff to them throughout. I've learned from fursuiters that scoring your foam and anything that you're going to be hot gluing your wonderful and delightful green foam to works really well, and it makes sense because that's what it's supposed to do. It gives you more surface area to be able to work with. Because then the glue will seep into those sections, and it's not just glue sitting on the top where it may not completely bind. Hi, Boo Bear. What you doing? Excuse you. But yeah, I'm kind of like, this is something that I've known for a while, but just had not really thought about putting it into practice for cosplay building. I need to figure out what exactly I'm doing, because so far I've only been on for an hour, and I don't have as much stuff to do because I want to contact cement most of my stuff, and it's just been a little too wet, and I'm not going to be able to do it at all tomorrow because we're going to be out at the convention. So I may honestly see if I have some white paint and just work on Reen's stuff, because I would love to contact cement this so that it's a little bit more sturdy. Because it's like hot glue would probably do it for me, but I don't want to take that chance that the seams will start going while I'm running around the convention, if that makes sense. Which any cosplayer would probably agree with me wholeheartedly. And then I plan on working on these shoes after I'm able to contact cement them to the base. But yeah. Trying to think of what big things I can work on. They're reaching for my paints. Oh, I do have white. Do I have a red? Not in this box, but I know I do. Paint! Or Ryan does, and I could probably borrow just a little bit. Put that down there. We're just gonna paint it. I should find where I put my Mod Podge. It should be in my bottom drawer. Maybe it's not. I don't think Ryan would put it anywhere weird. No, it's probably up in my room. We're just gonna paint it. Again, this one is just kind of a random, like, to use for just this convention. If I like it enough, I can remake it later. I reorganized my crafting area, so I'm kind of like, where do I have everything hidden? I'm gonna bet my paintbrushes are also upstairs. That's all my glue, that's my resin working stuff, so yes. So, I'm just gonna use the sponge. It'll work. But yeah, we're just gonna do little projects, work a little bit on belos. Just chilling today. I'm probably only going to go for a little bit today as I work on stuff, because there is a lot of stuff that I need to complete off stream. And this is just a regular white. Boop. But yeah, I'm excited for this convention. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Why do I have to have cat hair on everything? I know it's because I have cats, but still. But yeah, quick and easy prop. And I'll probably give this a few layers, just so that it doesn't look super, super pink. We'll give that a little bit of time to dry. And now I get to figure out what else I want to do for today as I wait for that to dry. It shouldn't take too long. I shouldn't have to do anything else with this for the moment. Do I have gold in here? No, I mostly have silver. Okay. Hi! You're just like rub, 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 rub. Hello. I don't want to touch you because I have paint on my hands. You guys have been knocking over my boots, I see. They're so rude. I could probably hot glue the boots. But I know that contact cement would be better. I'm going to be good. I'm going to contact cement them. Because that way then I know that they're hopefully, knock on wood, not going to fall off. And not going to break apart. And then once I get the chest piece done and the hip piece done, I can start figuring out my fabric that I need. I know what type of fabric I want to use. I'm going to use an anti-pill, not anti-pill, oh my gosh. I'm going to be using a plush minky fabric. Excuse you. Hey, get out of there. Hey, get. You know better. He's trying to jump into grocery bags. But yeah, I'm going to be using a minky fabric, so he's going to be a little bit more plush than being slimy. And I just think that's going to be my better option for being able to find fabric easily. But yeah, it shouldn't be bad. I'm excited for it. I really like the fabric. I've felt it, and I'm like, this will be good. So I've already kind of looked into it and have like done some testing, and it stretches. And I believe all of them are 4-way stretch, which makes my life a lot easier. And it makes it a lot more chill. Because if it was no stretch, I would cry. Even though this doesn't stretch. Oof. But that's okay. Because this is going to be like this. I'm going to have a chunk going over my shoulders. I'm probably also going to have elastic going over my shoulders to keep it in place so that I'm not just relying on the foam to hold it in place. I'd rather have two pieces of elastic, sort of like a backpack style, attached to this and the one on the back so that I can hold them up. And then they're hopefully a little bit more comfortable to wear and they don't slide anywhere. I'm trying to decide if I want to line the suit or not, but I think that's all going to depend on how much time I have in the end. But, because if I don't have time, I'll do the lining part later. If I do have time, then I'll do the lining part for the con. But yes, I am super excited for it. It's going to be really good. Alright, I might try and see if I can work on some of this hip piece. Because I know what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to have it be kind of like a wrap around this hip part and have it jut out at the sides and then just keep this part as open as I can for my movement and for the suit's movement, and then just have it be covered with fabric. And again, I'm probably going to have something that's kind of like a piece of elastic that keeps it in place. Ooh, excuse me, on the inside of the suit, just because I don't want it sliding around everywhere. It'll probably just be a part here, and have it go out and go up to a point. Because then my other thought is that I can have that area as pockets, and then I can keep my phone in one, keep my wallet in the other, make it a little bit easier to move around and do everything. That's my game plan. I want to make it so that I'm not being an absolute burden to everybody who's going to be at the con with me. Because me getting paint everywhere. Because I know I will be, solely for the fact that I am going to be a big, tall, chaotic creature that is an absolute pain in the butt. I'm kind of bouncing projects right now. I should contact cement these. Should is the key word. I am probably just going to hot glue them. But I have them set up to have a little piece of copper on the inside to help keep them up and keep them a little bit straighter. Just to give them a little bit like extra support, so it's not just two pieces of foam that can bend very easily. So it gives them a little bit more, like, less likely to bend as much. And it also gives me a nice little base that I can put a piece of craft foam on the bottom here and put two magnets on the inside. And then I'm going to have two magnets either in my mask or on a headband. I'm still trying to decide which one I want to do, but I know for sure that I want to do some sort of something with the magnets. I'd rather make it so that I can reuse these horns for Hunter if I want to do Season 3 Hunter from the graveyard. There will be many spoilers in this chat solely for the fact that I love Owl House. Owl House is a fun show, though. The characters are great. They have an irredeemable villain, which you don't see all that often, and I flippin' love it, which is why I'm making Belos. And I'm really excited for the photo shoot this year. I'm hoping that the other Belos that was there last year is going to be back again. And I'm hoping that everybody else that I met last year is going to be back again. I just think it would be so cool. We had a Harpy Ida last year. We had a Belos. We had like 4 Hunters. We had a few previous lives of Golden Guards. It was pretty cool. And this year we're not sharing our shoot with Disney, so we get to have a little bit more fun where it's solely Owl House. Because last year it was just a Disney shoot that we were working with, because they didn't realize it was going to turn into a full Owl House shoot for where it was mostly Owl House cosplayers. But boy oh boy did it. And then the person who was running it was a Disney princess cosplayer who kind of got annoyed that it was mostly like Owl House, the one fandom. But like there's not much you can do. And so she just took her photographer pretty much and went off and did her own private photo shoot because she was, I think, expecting more people to come as like princes or princesses. But it was a very, very early shoot in the morning, so I'm guessing it was most likely there were conflicts with other events, and they were having the cosplay contest that day. Was it on Saturday? I can't even remember what I wore last year. I know I wore Hunter. But yeah, so this year we have just Owl House, which makes me extremely excited. And I am trying to get Ryan to cosplay as Hunter, or as a secret cosplay, which I won't discuss on my stream because I don't know if he has talked about it with everybody yet. And I'd rather not spoil that, even though I know that Forrest knows. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright, so I've scored all these. Gotta flip that, I gotta place this. I give it a little bit of a bend just to follow this. And then in theory, I should give it a little slice down the middle, give it a little poured out section. But this is also going to be covered in fabric. So I think that it might be okay if it's not completely, like, flush. Yeah, let's do a core. We can do a core. Because I just want to give myself enough space that I can put it slightly into it, give it room to flex into it. Alright, that's more than enough room. Okay. So, that should be good on this side. And I just have to do that on the other side, and then we should be all set. Cats are being loud upstairs, and that scared the life out of me for a second. Because all I could hear was a big thump, but it sounded like one of the kids jumping up onto or off of the sink. Nope, nope, go back into place. Okay. I don't want an itch on my ear. That's the last thing I want. I'm just gonna make one just big line in the middle. Hopefully let it break apart a little bit more. Because I don't want to sit here and just core this section out. I was hoping to just do a line like this side, but it didn't work as well. But it should give it a little bit more movement for it to be able to sit on top of it. There we go. Okay. And then these horns aren't 100% perfect, but again, they're going to be covered up by fabric. So, as long as they look okay, that's what I'm going for. Okay, so I'm going to do some glue here. Actually going to use my hot glue gun today. Because I plugged it in yesterday to work on stuff, and then I got very, very distracted. And then I ended up not streaming. Which was not my game plan. I really wanted to stream, but I just ended up losing like all of my energy. And I knew that if I did try to stream, especially Bunker, that I was going to not be very enthusiastic, and I didn't want that to be my Friday stream. So I was like, okay, just gonna take a break for tonight, relax a little bit, get my head back in the game, have everything be all nice, and I'm feeling better. And then getting the news that we're going to AwesomeCon, even better. Was not what I was expecting from Ryan today. But yeah. Secured that a bit. Just going to kind of use this to push it in a little bit more. Okay. I just want to give it a moment to dry before I start going everywhere with it. And Again, if you're doing stuff like this, get yourself a big hot glue gun. I talked about this last time that I was an idiot and got a small hot glue gun. Don't do that to yourself. Be good to yourself. Treat yourself. Get yourself a really, really nice hot glue gun for when you're trying to do foam smithing. It will make your life so much easier, and it will make you so much happier. I can promise. I will, however, peel this part up because I didn't want that part to go down yet. Hi, Pooh Bear. But yeah. Alright, those are looking nice. The other plus to having the big hot glue gun is that you can use the big glue sticks and not run out every 5 seconds, like me, being the dummy. And then another dummy move is not opening my other glue sticks when I knew I was using them today. No. Okay. Now we're just gonna hold this down for a moment. And then it's probably just gonna go and sit and wait until I get fabric, because this is pretty much the only thing I have to do other than put the craft foam on the bottom and do the magnets on it. But yeah. So I'm just gonna put in a few into these cracks. Kind of just squeeze it together a little bit more. But yeah, I'm excited for this cosplay. I think that it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be really interesting, and I'm hoping that it's going to be something that I can be really, really proud of. And in my head, I'm like, that's asking a lot. However, I'm excited. Okay, flip it over, do some on this side. Oops. And again, the one nice thing is this is going to be all covered up by fabric. So even if it doesn't look perfect, it's going to be in fabric. I'm going to lay it down so that I can hopefully give it a little pressure on both sides. Beautiful. Alright, this is dry. So I'll give it another coat once I have this sitting for a second. Scrolling up my reference picture, trying to remember, yeah. I was like, I don't think they point like directly forward or directly back. I'm just trying to give the hot glue enough time to be able to like set before I move. Okay, not bad, not bad. The other side did a little bit better, but I'm just gonna do one more quick line in there and just focus on this side for a second. Or I should say more than a second, but still. Just want to focus on this side. But yeah, I'm probably going to keep today's stream to be a little bit shorter. We've been going about an hour now, and I'll probably be cutting it off no more than 2 hours because I have a few other things that I have to get ready and get finished today. And I'd like to try to get that done before I try to go to bed really, really early. Because Ryan and I are planning on being up around 6 so that we can start getting our makeup done and then escape. And then I've got to get 2 loads of laundry at least done before we skedaddle. But we want to try to get up there so that we can find a parking spot. Ta-da! This is going to be so good. I'm so excited for this. But yeah, we want to go up and find a parking spot before the con opens, because just from GalaxyCon alone, this area's conventions are kind of crazy. And if the parking is like GalaxyCon's parking, because I know DC parking is not the greatest, I'm just kind of like, it's going to be an interesting adventure, to say the least. And again, I'm just doing a teeny tiny little, like, following the wire cut. And I'm going to do like a singular cut down the middle, just to try to give it a little bit of a space to sit. This may work a little better. And to get it to stick a little bit better. Okay, that side's good. I was gonna say, how is this so much taller than the other one? It's not. I was just looking at it funny. Okay. One more. And then we're just going to glue into oblivion. Okay. But yeah. Does that one have a better indent, or does this one have a better indent? That one. Okay, so you get to be my base. Okay. Just gonna let it sit. Don't want to burn myself, so I'm being very careful about this. And then while that's going, I'm just going to do another little quick layer. Maybe. Bad idea, but that's okay. I'm going to let that sit for a minute. We're going to put another layer of paint on this while I wait for that to dry a little bit. Best case scenario would be me contact cementing those horns. But I just want to work on something belos related today. And the horns are like my main thing I can work on right now. Because the rest of them I want to for sure contact cement so that I know that they're not going to somehow escape. That's just my fear. I don't want them to escape. Especially that chest piece. No bueno. Do not want that to escape. Alright. Let's grab another glue stick. Maybe. If I stop yeeting it into oblivion. We're just going to give this a nice thorough glue all over, on the edges, on the inside. Wipe that off. Oops. Okay. And again, these horns are not perfect, but they work very well. And they're going to look great when they're covered in fabric. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. And I hope that my microphone has been working, because I was not smart and I did not check that when I first started my stream. But I'm worried that if I leave this screen that nothing is going to work. Or it'll cut out the stream. Because it's just on my phone. But I'm pretty sure that I've had at least my volume going, hopefully. Oops, yep, this direction. And again, the foam can bend. Got my next one ready to go. Yeah, man. Oh, come on. Line up. Okay. We'll see how this went. Because this glue did not seem very happy for a second. So we're just going to sit and hold. And then double check. Alright, let's take a quick peek. How are my seams? Not bad. A little bad. We'll put a little extra in here. Oops. Me getting a tiny bit on the outside. That's okay. The magic of fabric covering it is going to be beautiful. But I just wanted to have enough time to be able to like seal properly. And then probably after this, I'll be able to do probably one more coat of paint on the Titan badge. And then after that, I will probably head off for tonight, keep it a short stream. I will be back next week with a new game on Tuesday. Not sure what game yet. I gotta figure that out. But a new game on Tuesday, and then I will also be playing Amnesia Bunker on Friday, and I'll be playing Amnesia, not Amnesia, oh my gosh, I'll be playing Outlast Trials on Saturday. I'm thinking potentially, if I don't figure out what game I want to play, I'm going to do a cosplay stream on Tuesday so that I can work on Belos some more. I'm hoping to have everything contact cemented, so it's potentially going to be more of like pattern making, so I can figure out how much fabric I'm going to need for him. That'll be my next project. Because knowing how much fabric I need is going to be very important when I order said fabric. Because I don't want to suddenly run out and not have enough fabric. That would just be very, very disappointing. Boo is sleeping next to his litter box. And I don't know where Toby is right now. He's somewhere. He's honestly probably napping upstairs or napping in the penthouse. But yeah, I now have glue coming out the bottom, but that's okay. But I have 2 horns that are pretty well done. Da, 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 da. 2 horns. And they're glued together, and they're decently well connected. They're going to work very well. I'm super excited for them. I'm going to put these down. They should be good to dry the rest of the way on their own. I'll need the hot glue once this is done getting painted, but I want to make sure that I paint this well enough first. Okay, still a little tacky. We'll give it a few more minutes. But yeah, is anybody having fun, anybody have any fun plans for the weekend? If I've got anybody in here. My plans went from I'm at work, and then I have like 4 extra hours of work this week. I was thinking it was going to be time and a half, and it turned out it might be double, so that's a plus. Can't complain about that. But we'll see if that's actually correct, because I was like, I've just submitted my hours, let me know if I did something wrong, because I had no control over that screen. But yeah, I'd offered to do some extra hours this weekend so that we could try to finish one of our projects, and then we have 2 more that need at least 1 more repeat, and I'm just like, but we'll finish that up next week, so that'll be good. But I'm excited. I think we're trucking along really nicely, and we're doing really well with my team, and we've got a lot of things that we've been doing, but it's been really nice, and I really enjoy my job, and I really enjoy my hobbies that I get to do because I have free time for my job. Though I've been cosplaying for a very long time. It's a lot of fun though. I've enjoyed cosplaying my whole, well, not my whole life. Can't say that, but I've enjoyed cosplaying for majority of my life at this point. Oh, we're getting there. The pink is starting to not show up anymore. Or the Sharpie lines, which is one of the big points that I was hoping to cover up. Alright, it's looking good. I'll probably put at least one more coat on it, but I think that I'm going to end my stream here. Thank you everybody for joining me today. I will be working on belos probably a little bit more tonight, and after I've gotten some of my stuff done, I'll be posting progress pictures as I work on stuff, but there are a lot of other parts to this cosplay that are a little bit more, they're difficult to have on stream, especially if I'm having like just my phone, because I'm going to be sitting on the ground just kind of measuring at like either my crotch or at my chest, trying to make sure that I'm making these pieces big enough for the like proportions that I'm going for with Monster Belos. But yeah, I'm excited. This is going to be a lot of fun, and I'm super excited to continue to build. But thank you everybody for joining me tonight. I hope you've had a wonderful evening, and I will see all of you next time. Bye everyone. I will be back on Tuesday, either with cosplay or with a new indie game. So, see you later. Bye everyone.